Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's jump right into last week's episode of Insecure. I know. I am super late with the Insecure review. I recorded the video yesterday. My video I recorded yesterday went too far left, too many different times. I listened to it back and I was like, let's try this again. I was mostly late because I didn't watch Insecure on Sunday night. It took me a day or two to watch it. And then I participated in Blackout Tuesday. So I didn't even do any reviews on Tuesday. And like I said, I recorded my first Insecure review yesterday. And I was going to upload it today. But I think I put a little bit too much of my personal business in the video, and then I had this huge political statement in it, and I want to just save my views on that for a separate video. So let's just accept my apology. I apologize, and let's jump right back into it because I am at a point now. I'm at a point now with my mind. I want to start doing reviews again. I want to start actually doing more reviews now because it just gives me a moment to separate. And I need that mental moment of separation every day. Because like last night, see here I go, I'm about to talk too much again. Like last night I could not sleep. I was up at 2:30, like something just woke me up out of my sleep, and then I could not fall back asleep. I was up until like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I actually had to go into the office today just because my mind couldn't rest. Like I was just thinking, just constantly thinking. But anyway, Insecure. First, shout out to my girl Kelly. Her real name is Natasha Rothwell. She wrote last week's episode of Insecure, and she did the damn thing. Last week's episode of Insecure gave me everything I have been begging Issa for since season 1. Like, they gave it all to me last night. It felt oddly personal to me. I feel like I'm about to tell all my personal business again, but I'm gonna try not to. Moving on. So it opens up, you know, Lawrence called Issa. They getting ready to meet up. Lawrence, they have their little awkward moments. Lawrence fumbling with his Tic Tacs or out toys, whatever those little mints called. And Issa walks in, it's like, hey, and bam, flat on the face. Didn't fall on the ass, didn't catch herself, just bam, flat to the ground with her face. Issa is so awkward, and if she didn't have that awkward little moment, they needed that. They needed to laugh. Shout out number 2, that red blazer. I need that in a plus size, and I want to know where you can get it. I need to know the designer, the website. I want to look it up. I don't care how much it costs. I mean, if it is in the thousands, I don't like it that much. But I need to know how much it costs. I want that blazer, that little off-the-shoulder, low-cut peekaboo, but still held together with a strap. You can already see I need a little strap to hold them up. It's summertime. I apologize. They probably gonna be out a little bit more once it get hot, because I'm one of those who don't give a damn. I don't want to be hot. But moving on. I want that blazer. So they at the bar. They having a little bit of small talk. He congratulates Issa. Great job on the block party. I heard that was good. She's like, yeah, that was a lot of work. I've changed. You know, I did the damn thing with that. And he was like, oh yeah, I was just in San Francisco interviewing, you know, just seeing what's out there, you know, testing the markets. And Issa was like, yeah. And he was like, I ran into Molly. And she was like, I don't fuck with Molly. And he was like, what? She was like, yeah, no, seriously, I don't fuck with Molly. And then she was like, yeah, I heard you and Condola broke up. And he was like, yeah, I'm meaning to tell you about that and blah, blah, blah. And then Issa was finally like, me. what you want to talk to me about though? Like all this little yin yang, hee hee ha ha, reminiscence, whatever. That's all good, but what you call me for? You said you had to talk. What's up? Now Lizzo comes on, and you know I love a good Lizzo song. I love a good Lizzo song. But they can't get any real communication because everyone is dancing, bumping into them. And then this guy who is oh so rude just comes in between them to order his drink. And see, I would have had to put my arm down like, you don't see us in here talking. You don't see us sitting here talking. You go on this side or that side. Don't be rude. I can't stand rude people. But moving on. Lawrence was like, you know that little restaurant you always want to go to? How about I take you there and we go get a little something to eat? And Issa like, yeah, let's go. So they left. They get outside. They have a little Uber. And Issa was like, you doing big things. You got the little Uber Black. Now, mind you, I'm not a frequent Uber rider. I've only taken it twice. And that was 3 times. That was to and from some festivals out here in Memphis. What it's called, Memphis in May. I miss Memphis in May this year. But anyway, moving on. So she was like, Uber Black. I didn't know they had different levels. But I'm assuming the Uber Black is the luxury. Like when you want to spend a little more change. That damn Uber already expensive enough. But anyway, they in a little car ride, having great conversation. The lady is talking too much. Mind you, the few Uber experiences I've had, luckily most of them were quiet rides. Y'all heard me say it many times before. I am not a small talker. I don't really like to engage in small talk with strangers. With people I know, acquaintances, you know, people who I at least know your name, I don't mind it. I'll hee yeah girl, with you all day. But with strangers, I have to warm up, and I'm with Issa. I like a quiet ride, but this lady was talking, and I've had instances where people have had talkative rides, but I was luckily with the person who likes small talk, so they kind of deflected for me. I ain't have to do nothing, be like, like get all the gossip to the side. I ain't have to interact. But anyway, Lawrence mentions the ring in this car ride, and I was kind of like, why did he bring up, yeah, and I even bought you a ring? Like, was he trying to throw that in Issa's face? Like, I didn't understand the why bring it up now moment of it all. Get in the comments and let me know what you think. Like, this whole episode play with my mind because I didn't get the closure I wanted from the episode, but we're gonna get there. So finally we at the little restaurant. Issa orders down the menu. She done had to admit that she has been there a couple of times. Like, ain't nobody, what you think, I'm not gonna come here because I originally wanted to come with you? No. But she orders down the menu and like, hey, look, what is up? What did you want to talk to me about? And I'm the same way. Like, let's not divert from the original text message. You call, or a phone call, you called because you wanted to know, or you had something to tell me. And see, we wouldn't even have to meet up. I'm one of them type of people, and I'm very bad at it. If a friend or a family member calls me like, girl, I gotta tell you something, meet me over here at the Chick-fil-A, or over here at the what's the restaurant we used to go to, over up at the Bahama Breeze or something like that. I'm gonna be like, what is it? Tell me now. We talk about it when I get there, but what is it? Because I don't do good with secrets and all that. I mean, I could hold a secret, but when somebody be like, I gotta tell you something, I'm like, well, just go ahead and tell me. Like, what's the big deal? Why we gotta know this in person? But anyway, moving on. I like in the conversation, they said, F the eggshells. Let's put on our big girl panties, our big boy drawers, and stomp it out. That ain't exactly how they said it, but that's how I interpret it. Like, Let's not walk on eggshells, baby steps, try not to hurt each other's feelings. Let's say what we got to say. Let's have this conversation, a mature conversation, and get this stuff out of the way. So Lawrence was like, I was just thinking about what would have happened if we would have stayed together. You all would have broken up. To me, after Issa cheated, they needed a moment of separation. Yes, they could have came back a few weeks later, maybe a month later, talked this same conversation out and worked it out, but I don't see them just stringing it in, working it out without a break. Lawrence then says, did I give up on the relationship too easy? And I'm like, yes. I could have told you that. Like, you didn't even try to talk to Issa. And Issa does tell Lawrence, like, yeah, I wish we could have worked it out. You know, I was devastated and all this and all that. I'm going to stick with my original statement. Like, men do not accept and forgive cheating the same way women did. And I honestly feel like women, if we treated men the way they treat us when they cheat on us, they would stop a lot of that bullshit a lot. Like, if we just got up, walked away, and said F you, some women do, but let's not play with ourselves. A lot of women will forgive. Some women will let you cheat in peace. Like, they don't care as long as you're paying them bills. Moving on. Let's not sidetrack. But I do feel like it's something with the male's ego. It's something with them not sharing. They don't easily get over you just stepping out on them. It could just be talking on the phone. Men don't like it. And they will leave your ass. Test them out and see. Anyway, now Lawrence asks Issa, but why Daniel? Like, why did you cheat with Daniel? And in the moment in my house, my heart dropped. Like, my heart dropped. Like, I was cheating with Daniel. Like, damn, why did he ask me this? I don't know why I'm crazy, y'all, but I was emotional. I was into this whole episode, like, because I'm one of the ones who have wanted to see Issa and Lawrence back together for so long. So this whole conversation was deep to me, and it was personal. I was like, don't bring up Daniel, like, forgive and forget. But no, they had to have this conversation, and he said it, no eggshells, don't come bullshitting. And Issa was honest. She was like, Lawrence, you didn't want me. You weren't communicating with me. You weren't having sex with me. You weren't working. You weren't happy. I felt like you did not want me. And that kind of broke Lawrence down. That broke Lawrence. But Issa, you, Miss Girlfriend, you left out the little bit of part of how Daniel was your what if, the little bit of itch you just had to scratch. What if me and Daniel would have got together? What would have happened? Don't forget that part. You skipped a little bit of eggshells right there. You ain't stomp on those. You tiptoed through that, but it's okay. You were honest enough. You ain't have to say all that, because then Lawrence would just got up. Anyway, Lawrence was like, I was depressed. My app wasn't working. How you think I felt watching my woman get up and go to work every day, and I'm sitting here on the couch like I was ready to go to my mama's house, but I didn't want to leave you. I felt Lawrence right there. And that was a true man's statement, because I don't think a true man wants to get up and watch his woman go to work and they sitting there playing the Xbox. Matter of fact, it don't work like that in my house, and I don't respect no man that don't want to work. I understand a little bit of layoff. I understand a little bit of in between jobs, and I'm looking, but I don't respect no men that want to sit up in the house watch you go off to work, watch you pay all the bills, and still want to run a little bit on your debit card, and they just content with it. That's a scenario that I don't understand. I know a lot of women do it, and you like it, I love it. That's just a scenario I don't understand. So I'm happy Lawrence was man enough to admit, like, I was uncomfortable in that situation and I was ready to leave because I wasn't the man I wanted to be for you, but I didn't want to leave you. Like, grown up conversation right here. So right now I'm like, okay, this is a lack of communication on both parts. And so now Lauren says, when you cheated and I was feeling all of this, it was just easier for me to blame you for cheating and messing it all up. It's easier for me to blame that instead of looking at my part and blaming myself. Like, he was like, you weren't alone in breaking up this relationship. I was in my feelings. I was like, yes, Lawrence, yes. I think Issa needed to hear that. She needed to hear it wasn't all her fault. Now, cheating, that was your fault. Y'all were 29. Y'all old enough to have a grown-up conversation. You ain't have to go little dibble off with Daniel. Now, at this same time, Condola is texting. And I'm like, what does Condola want? You left the man and leave him alone. Your loss. You had your chance. I'm getting pissed at Condola. And it's a meme going around Twitter. Y'all remember the old lady on TikTok who's always looking like this? When her granddaughter showing her pictures of men, celebrity men, whatever. The meme was like, this how we looking at the TV trying to see what's up with Condola and these text messages. And that's how I was looking at the TV. I was kind of looking like this because I couldn't see it that well. Like, you see I got some glasses on. I couldn't really see what Condola was saying, but the whole time I'm getting pissed. I'm like, you had your chance. Moving on. Now they want to go to the art walk. Lawrence had a little bit of fake out moment. Whatever. Oh, they did run into TSA Bay after the dinner. That was a funny moment. A little bit of comedy. We needed to see TSA Bay. He pulled another one. TSA Bay pulled another one. So I don't know what Issa was complaining about and was so embarrassed about. Shut up, Angie. Moving on. Lawrence had a little fake out, but who cares about that? I like the art walk moments. They were finishing each other's sentences, making up little raps back and forth. Cute stuff that I like to see between Issa and Lawrence. Great. Now, Condola is calling. And I'm like, what you want? And I'm like, did Issa see that it was Condola on the phone, or did she just notice the phone was ringing and he sent it a voicemail? I want to know if Issa knew that was Condola. What do y'all think? Because Issa was asking, like, do you need to take that? And Lawrence like, voicemail. Anyway, now they was like, let's share a Uber home. And Issa made a little joke like, yeah, we could share, but it ain't going to be black. It's going to be a Uber regular. Like the regular Uber. We might even do the Uber share. I do know about Uber share. That's the cheap one. Is it? Girl, I don't know. Y'all know I don't know. Anyway, I have a few questions. Let's talk about this in the comments. Now, when they get to Lawrence's house, Lawrence tells the Uber, hey, give her 5 minutes. Issa, I want you to come upstairs and look at my apartment. Issa ain't have to look at your apartment. I felt like that was the equivalent of Lawrence asking Issa up for a little bit of nightcap. Like, I felt like Lawrence wanted Issa to stay just as much as Issa wanted to stay. Lawrence ain't slick. I caught it. She ain't have to see your little apartment. And then, was that the same couch from the old apartment? Because, like, my memory a little bit bad. Because Issa was like, the couch looked good here. And I was like, is that the same couch? Because I thought they put the couch on the curb. I can't remember that far back. Maybe Lawrence did take it, because I think in that last episode when Issa came home and all his clothes was gone, season 1, the couch was gone too. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't remember. But anyway, now Issa got to go to the bathroom. She's going to freshen herself up because Issa has already picked up on the there goes Luke and Angelo being bad. Sit down. Issa already picked up on get a Uber 5 minutes. She was like, let me go freshen up in this bathroom and so I can see what's up. But now Lawrence is outside talking to Condola, talking about, yeah, I had to take care of something. I'm gonna be over your house in a minute. And I'm like, my heart broke. Cause I'm like, you just had this great night with Issa. Y'all had a little bit of closure. Y'all having fun, talking. That was Condola's whole issue anyway, is that you was too close to your ex. So if you getting back cool with Issa, why you still want to go over and see Condola? Did Issa overhear that conversation? Issa gonna have to check Condola and be like, he my man now. Look, I gave you a little bit of chance to be with him, but you let him go, so I done took him back. Anyway. Issa tells Lawrence, you know, what if I don't want to leave? I want to stay. And I don't even really know what the words that were exchanged. All I know, it was some makeup sex. And you know, Insecure known for the sex scenes. And I usually go like this with the Insecure sex scenes, because sometimes it's stuff I ain't got to see. Like, I ain't got to hear about the booty buttons. I ain't really want to see Molly get an ass ate. I ain't really have to see that balcony sex thing, because it wasn't all that. And so, but this makeup sex with Issa and Lawrence, I watched all of it, and I was enjoying. I was like, get your man back, girl. Get your man back, girl. Oh, I was here for it. I love Issa and Lawrence. Now, the next day is what let me down, because Issa, to me, didn't do what a girl who want her man back should do. Lawrence wants to spend the day with Issa. He was like, what you want to do today? And Issa was like, I need to, you know, go home, whatever. And Lawrence is like, well, okay, let me drive you home. I'll give you a ride. It ain't nothing. And Issa was like, nah, I'll walk. And I'm like, bitch, this man has just gave you some good all night long. And you want to walk? You don't even want to go home, take a little shower, and go out for breakfast? That's not how you get your man back. And you know that Condola is on the other line. I felt like, which hurt my heart, that makeup sex was closure sex for Issa. It hurt my heart. Like, I wanted to be the door is opening. I feel like that sex was Issa closing the door on that chapter with Lawrence, because she now knows it all wasn't her fault. Her and Lawrence don't hate each other anymore. And I feel like she kind of wants to move on. I don't know. I just don't understand, because to me, let me tell you what Angie would do. I'm trying to get my man back. He didn't even have to ask about what's up for the day. You want to go get a little breakfast? I would have been up. I would have been in there like how Issa, when she was cheating, made all that bacon, eggs, waffles, fruit salad, all that. Oh, my man would have had him a good breakfast. Then I would have said, yeah, boo, come drive me home and look at where I live. Let me take a little bit of shower so we can go out and do some more things. Condola who? Condola what? Oh, I wouldn't have lost my man. The first thing I would have known, okay, all this good sex, all this good loving, kissing, hugging, all this. What's up, Lawrence? You want to know what it would have been like if we didn't break up? We getting back together or what? I need to know. Because if we ain't, then I could put a little bit of closure on it. But if the door is open, let me step through. I ain't understand, Issa, because you done already dipped your toe in the dating pond. You done let Daniel fly away, and Daniel ass was fine. I already said if you weren't going to be with Lawrence, you should have been with Daniel. But okay, you let Daniel go. Then you got little Nathan who ghosted you. He got a little bit of mental something. We don't know what it is. But do you really want to deal with that? And then you got TSA Bay who got a whole bunch of kids. You done dipped your toe out there. You ain't found nothing as good as what you got, so you better get it back. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Because I don't know why my feelings hurt. Like this ain't this a TV show. But anyway, the Twitter rumor mill is that Condola is pregnant. There was like Condola trying to get in touch with Lawrence because she pregnant. And I'm like, ugh. Condola better not be pregnant. One, we seen that storyline on The Game with Derwin, Melanie, and Janae. I don't want to see that again. Two, Condola was the main one who said she didn't want to have no family and get married again. So I can't see Condola being that irresponsible with her birth control. People do it every day. People do it every day. So, but I just don't want that storyline to go there. I kind of feel like, one, this was closure for Issa, and Issa is going to move on with her dating life in season 5, whatever, and we finally gonna write Lawrence out the show. Or Lawrence and Issa are eventually going to find out they do want to be together, but then Lawrence is going to get the phone call from San Francisco about some huge job opportunity, and Issa's going to be like, oh, you go, you take your job, and I need to stay here and do my block parties. But let me tell you one thing, Issa, they got black people in San Francisco too, and they got just as many blocks as they do in LA. You can have all the parties you want. You better get your man. That's all I got to say. Anyway, y'all, get in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I can't wait to see where it goes. Now, I watched it on my little app. It didn't give me the previews for next week, so I don't really know what's coming up. I heard it's Issa versus Molly, but I really want to know what's up with Lawrence. I don't care nothing about Issa versus Molly right now. But anyway, subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And I will see you all on time this Sunday. It'll probably be up Monday. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.